Hey everyone, behind me is Venice Beach, one of the most iconic spots in Los Angeles. Right now, I'm walking down a path that Google Maps suggested, heading towards one of the best-kept secrets in Southern California, a place that truly captures the essence of Venice and is deeply connected to its history. As I make my way through this path, I'm surrounded by homes with a mix of classic and modern designs. Up ahead, I can already see one of the bridges that crosses the Grand Canal. That means we're getting closer to the Venice Canals, the hidden gem of Venice, California. In this video, I'll show you how to get here, talk about the wildlife and beautiful gardens you'll find, explain how you can actually live here, and even share some stories about the famous people who have called this place home.
Hi, I'm Victor. I'm from Venezuela, and I'm in California. I have created a series of videos that will help you to get around Los Angeles. I will show you how to get around using public transportation, if you don't have a real ID or a valid driver's license. To use public transportation, you will need to have a tap card or $1 bills, which will be used to pay for the service. With this, you will be able to move around the city. If you want to know the transportation routes, you must download the transit application. This application will show you which are the routes and which means of transportation you should take to get to your destination. Transit will show you the bus number, the route, the schedule, and the duration of each route. It shows you your location and which stop to go to. Well, I have already arrived at the canals following the route that the application indicated me. I have arrived walking from the bus stop, and I have arrived to the last of the canals. And we can already observe the beautiful landscape that borders the canals. It's European-style houses, and some with a much more modern style. From here, we can see that the cost of living here is high. We have come here for sightseeing and to know a little more of these hidden places that we have in Los Angeles, and that we should not miss if we come to visit.
Who built the Venice Canals? In 1905, a tobacco magnate named Abbot Kinney had a vision to create a Venice of America in Southern California. He bought a vast, swampy area south of Santa Monica and decided to turn it into a European-style seaside town, complete with canals, gondolas, bridges, and Italian-inspired architecture. Abbot Kinney was the main financier and the brain behind the project. His fortune came from a successful tobacco company and real estate investments. He wanted to build an artistic, cultural, and unique city away from the commercial focus of Santa Monica. What was here before? Before the canals, this area was a coastal wetland, a marshy, sparsely populated stretch of land. Kinney drained it and redesigned it to include streets, artificial canals, gardens, and amusement parks. It was an ambitious engineering project for its time. How many canals were there originally? Originally, there were about 16 canals stretching across the area known as Venice of America. They were fully navigable, and Italian gondoliers were even brought over from Europe to add an authentic touch. It was a true tourist spectacle. What happened to the canals? With the rise of the automobile, many of the canals were seen as outdated. Between 1929 and 1940, most of them were filled in and turned into streets. Only 6 canals survived, and they fell into disrepair and neglect for decades. How many remain today? Today, only 6 canals remain, forming a charming network between Carroll Canal and Grand Canal. These canals are now part of the Venice Canal Historic District. Why did it take so long to renovate them? Since the 1960s, residents had been asking for a restoration, but legal battles, construction costs, and a lack of political will delayed the project for over 30 years. It wasn't until 1992 that the long-awaited renovation began, costing around $6 million. The work included fixing the bridges, dredging the canals, and stabilizing the walls. What kind of houses can you find here? The houses lining the canals are a mix of modern architecture, Mediterranean-style villas, and classic bungalows. You'll find everything from small single-story homes to ultra-modern mansions with private docks and stunning canal views. What's the average price? 2 to 3 bedroom homes can range from $3 to $6 million. Smaller properties or studios, if you can find them, range from $1.5 to $2 million. Monthly rentals for a studio or 1 bedroom can start at $3,000 and go up to $6,000, depending on the view and amenities. Can you rent a place here? Yes, there are homes available for rent by the month, week, or even day on Airbnb. Some luxury rentals include hot tubs, private docks, and rooftop terraces with canal views. How to get there? If you're driving, you can park near Venice BLVD and Del Ave. Or you can bike from Santa Monica using the coastal bike lane. Public transport. Several LA Metro bus lines stop nearby. What will you see? Photogenic wooden pedestrian bridges, ducks, geese, herons, and a lot of peace and quiet. Stunning homes, kayaks and canoes gliding through the water, sunsets reflecting on the canals, beautiful gardens maintained by the residents.
Celebrities associated with Venice Canals or Venice Beach. Julia Roberts. She owns property in Venice and has been known to invest in real estate near the canals. Robert Downey Jr. lived in Venice in the 1990s. Although he moved away, he helped popularize the area among celebrities. Angelica Houston has owned a property in Venice, an artistically designed house, very much in keeping with the bohemian style of the area. Jim Morrison. He didn't exactly live on the canals, but he was a Venice icon in the 1960s. It is said that he wrote lyrics walking along the canals. Eli Roth. The film director has lived in Venice. Tobey Maguire lived for a time in Venice. Although he now resides in Brentwood, he has been seen at local events. Kate Beckinsale has been frequently seen in Venice, especially when she was married to Len Wiseman, with whom she shared a property. Harrison Ford. Before he was a megastar, he lived in Venice during his time as a carpenter. Why do celebrities choose Venice? Privacy. Despite being a tourist area, the canals are residential and not as busy. Relaxed lifestyle, biking, kayaking, hiking, street art, and alternative culture. Proximity to the beach. You are a 5 to 10 minute walk to the ocean. Creative vibes. It's a magnet for artists, musicians, and filmmakers.
Tips. Visit at sunrise or sunset for the best light. Keep the noise down. It's a residential area. Swimming and fishing are not allowed. You can walk the entire canal circuit in about 45 minutes. Living in the Venice Canals is a true luxury. It's not just about the property value, but the lifestyle. Nature, quiet, beach access just a few blocks away, and a close-knit community. It's a very exclusive and expensive area. Security is good, and residents tend to be professionals, artists, executives, and even a few celebrities. And that's our tour of the Venice Canals, a place where history, architecture, and tranquility come together to offer a completely different experience from the busy streets of Los Angeles. Did you know about this place? Would you like to live here or just visit? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next adventure around Los Angeles.